Hey, Shalom, and Shalom, when the stuff is always by giving all praise to Yahweh, Shem Shai, Shem Kodash, the belongings to the apostles of GMS, and honest two brothers doing the work in truth, while sincerity. This is just a quick one on you basically an encounter I had today. Basically, you had a guy who was, he was just spewing, the typical crap of this world, and basically made he was going into a topic which is one of the things that we speak on, i.e. like the vaccines, but it was one of those ones where I basically said to him, to be fair, because I'll be honest, I know as much as don't be taking that shit, what the scriptures say pursuant to Sirach, about how the Lord has created medicines out of the earth, right? That's who's that let me look for it. Where is it? Where'd that go? Well, you got one in the Bible itself. No, it is this one. This is Sirach. But yeah, it's Sirach 38 from the top. Says, honor a physician of the honor due unto him for his uses which he may have of him, for the Lord hath created him. Right, so the Lord is the one that creates a physician, right? Because I was watching one of those nature documentaries where he basically had an ape and he was eating fruits, but it's one of those ones where it knows, not to eat certain things because it would die, right? And then that understanding comes from the Most High, right? Just like how a physician knows, how to take certain herbs, whatever, what have you, and that understanding, that comes from the Most High. The Lord has created that man for that purpose. You get brothers in this day that, go into the herbs and all of that good stuff, and that are almost experts at it, right? It says, for the Most High, for from of the Most High cometh healing, right? So you could take all the colloidal gold or whatever, but if the Most High doesn't want you to get healed, you ain't gonna get healed. If the Most High wants you to be lame or whatever, what have you, that's what you're gonna be, right? So then he shall receive honor of the king. Right, says the skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be in admiration. Right, but not in this world. In this world, the doctors, the ones that give you petrochemicals that are, petrochemicals being these chemicals Esau makes in the lab, right? They'll give these doctors those, those accolades. Oh, you're amazing. Oh my God, you're a doctor, or whatever, what have you. Right, but a man who's all about the herbs, he gets looked at suddenly. I bet you're one of them. I bet you're an anti-vaxxer. Blah 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 blah. Right, says the Lord hath created medicine out of the earth. Right, and he that is wise will not abhor them. Right, so a wise man knows that the herbs are really where you get the healing, or whatever, what have you. But the majority of the world, like I said, they have faith and they believe in these, in these vaccines. They're going down to Esau for help. Right, so what is that? Going down to Egypt for help. That's 31, isn't it? Says Isaiah 31 from the top, says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh. Right, so woe, destruction unto these people. Right, modern day Egypt is America, pursuant to Revelation 11 and 8. Right, they look to America, and the systems, the wine that America's pushed throughout the world. One of them being, these vaccines, these pills, these drugs, these this, these that, right? It says, and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. America's military, right? Because in that, they're like, oh my God, if you can do that, you're so smart, blah, 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 blah. right? It says, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, right? So they don't have faith in the herbs. They don't have, faith in prayer, right? They don't have understanding, right? If brother's ill or whatever, he knows ultimately, you know, that is just a thorn in the side from the Most High, and take certain herbs and pray, right? People in the world, they may know about the herbs, but they don't know how to pray, right? Because they don't believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? So that's yeah, I mean, that was just a bit of an intro where basically you had you had this guy. He was what do you call it? He was yeah, no, I was just writing that down for a what do you call it? Remind me of a video I want to do, right? Because people like to indulge in demons, but brothers, we know, you might look at something, you might look at a woman or whatever, right? And you see the ring, and then the demon's like, oh, but she looks good though. But because you're in this truth, you're like, nah, I ain't indulging in that, and you curse that demon out in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Whereas people in the world, they'll indulge in that demon. So Lord's will do a video on that at some point, right? But it says, trust in the Lord with all. This is Proverbs 3:5. It says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not onto thine own understanding, right? So, like I said, on this topic, but what I said to the guy was, look, I don't know enough about this topic for me to have a conversation with you, right? And the reason why I'm bringing these scriptures out is because I know for sure that he doesn't really know. He just knows what he's what do you call it? What he's been told, right? As in the general gist of things, right? And then he's what do you call it? And then the rest of it is his own understanding. He hasn't because in this one I'm looking at first from a scriptural point of view, from how we're not supposed to, what we're not supposed to do, and contrasting it to also what these people in the world do, because that is their beliefs. Esau's their god, right? And they don't know shit about it, right? They lean on their understanding. They'll hear a buzzword and then they'll run with it. Whereas when we with the scriptures, we ain't supposed to lean on our own understanding, right? You might make a point. A brother might say, "Where's that in the scriptures, man?" Not even as to what you call it, to get on the brother, but just to be like, where's that in the scriptures, right? We might say something, and the brother has certain things that's going through his mind, and he just wants to know, right? So we ain't supposed to be leaning on our own understanding if we're going into a topic, right? We best know what it is we're going into, because at the end of the day, in the world, we represent Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? If we're just chatting shit all the time, right, and these people that we're around for whatever reason, right, then they come past the camp and they're like, wait, hang about, ain't you that guy that was, you constantly talk about things you don't know, right? So if you're that kind of character, what precedent are you setting, right? This is Proverbs 17:28. It says, even a fool when he holdeth his peace is counted wise, right? Because you ain't talking and no one knows you're a fool, right? But as soon as you start speaking, as soon as you start talking, out of your own heart, Jeremiah 17:4 speaks about the heart, right? How it is desperately wicked, right? And who can know it? Your heart being your mind, right? It's what you call it, Jeremiah 17:9. That is, right? So when you're speaking out your own heart, that's what happens. This is I've got that. Yeah, I'll end with this. This is Mark 3:24 says, for many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and then evil suspicion hath overthrown their judgment, right? So like as the scripture saying, you're supposed to go by your own opinion. If you're saying something, you're supposed to know what it is you're saying, man. You don't be chatting out your ass, right? Back things up with the scriptures, because that's what these people in the world, they don't back anything up. They believe with evidence, right? The majority of these people come up, talk about evolution, can't break it down for shit. We'll talk about the history, and then their history is whack. They know, then they can scratch the surface, which is more than the majority, so they think they know something. That's another thing as well. Not Sirach, Romans 12:3, right? Let no man think of himself more greatly than he ought to think. And also you got the scriptures that says knowledge puffeth up. People think that just because they know one little thing, they'll esteem themselves on a level, but they ain't on no level, right? And we ain't supposed to be like that either, right? We know what we know, right? The Lord hath gifted us certain bits of knowledge and understanding, but after that, let's not take the piss, man, right? Because he that increaseth in knowledge increaseth in sorrow, roughly paraphrasing, right? So the more knowledge you're supposed to have, really, the more humbled you get made, which is a requirement, right? So I believe that's it. Oh, what's this? Yeah, this is 1 John 2:20. It says, but you have an unction from the Holy One, and you know all things, right? So we're supposed to know, everything, and there'll be topics that we're weaker on, but we're supposed to be aiming to, someone comes and speaks on certain things of the scriptures, and as a body, right, we can do that, right? But as for yourself, you should, I'll speak for myself. I want to strive so that someone comes and talks about a certain thing, I can deal with it, right? Not try relying on another brother, be like, that brother knows it, so I'm not gonna learn, right? We're supposed to want to know everything, be able, to break everything down. Like I said, as a body, we can, right? And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, people can't come up to us and confound us at the camp, right? But these people in the world and the beliefs and the doctrines they know, they not know, but believe, right? Someone comes up to them, they can easily be cut, right? Because they don't know anything, they don't look into things, right? But yeah, this is it's been a quick one. Also, you got the scriptures says, "Be not ignorant," right? In great matter or small, right? What else? It's on the tip of my tongue, but yeah, I mean, it's gone on long enough. Lord's will, that was edifying. To the next time, Shalom.